let's go over how to acquire a bunch of different things. We're talking greater affix things, legendary aspects, tempers, as well as some of the crafting materials that you may need, and that is going to be the Angelbreath. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Helltide. These will rotate in areas, but we're going to do a full guide on all the stuff, how to get them. So the only exception is you will still get some sort of boss materials, but we're not going to focus in on the uber uniques on this. But this is pretty much the best way to get all the materials. So you're going to go to these areas and you'll see that there's a little head. You just go to this area with the head. You put in a heart. If you need to get the hearts, you just play in this area. You open up chests, you kill stuff, you'll get them. Also, pop a profane mind cage. You'll see that this will increase the levels of the monsters by a little bit. Ideally, you want to go in a group, because if people don't need items, they'll usually just throw them on the ground because they don't want to be clogged up. But getting all the crafting materials here is going to be the best way. Now, we played in this in a while, so we have 1,000 cinders here. But you want to sit around this area, and there's going to be a boss that comes in. And I'd say maybe about a third of the time, you'll get a greater affix piece of gear from the Maiden. So this area right here where there's a little head is where a lot of people will just kind of group up. You can see there's just a bunch of items on the floor, because if you group up with people, sometimes people don't like it when people do it. But if you need a group, you can look at lots of different discords. There's one called the Sanctuary Discord, and there's always people farming the Helltides, and it's a really easy thing to do. And you just put in your heart, this thing comes out, and most people will just one-shot it. And you can see right there, we just got 2 greater affix in, I don't know, what are we at? Under 2 minutes. Now, you'll get about 1 every 2 minutes, and if it's good or not, I'll just kind of check out over here. And then I'm just going to pick up all the stuff, and I'm just going to salvage all of it. This is going to give us extra crafting material. But if you need to get those Angel's Breath to reroll your pieces of gear at the Occultist, let's go over that as well. But basically, you just start killing the elites. But just in the short time frame, we're going to do a full-on little play session so you guys can see how you can get more greater affix pieces of gear. And there's been some people that think that if you go in the pit in Saragar and you do the pit at the very end, you can get greater affixes there, but that takes way longer, and as you go higher in the pit, it does not give you better rewards. The best way, if you need to get greater affix pieces of gear, you could go to different trade websites and trade gold for them, but this is by far the best way, because you may also get obols if you do events in the Helltide. We probably have a bunch of items that are also on the floor. You can get some of the boss materials, so you can start fighting some of the bosses, but the main thing that a lot of people may want to get is Angel's Breath, and that is now automatically picked up. Now, if you don't have a pet already, you can see we have a little pet. There is a quest that you can do. It's in Kjolvoshad. It'll give you access to the pet. Make sure you get the pet, because it's going to start picking up all of those materials and stuff. And also, since I want this guide to be pretty much how to get most of the things in the game, you can also get gold. Oh, look, we didn't even really need to do anything. Look at that. 2 more greater affix pieces of gear. And this one's actually not that bad. Oh, it's a helm. Actually, that's bad. I thought it was a pair of pants that had all res and then willpower. But you can see we're about three minutes in. We've already gotten 4 greater affix pieces of gear. Make sure you put in 1 heart, though. This is the key. And also, a lot of times you'll see some of these quests over here that'll say destroy demonic surges or kill or cull enemies. You'll eventually be able to get a quest done for the Whispers. And what's so cool with this area too, it's great for leveling, it's great to get tempering recipes. Now, I've gotten all the recipes, and I pretty much have all the aspects, so I'm not going to get those to drop. But if you need the tempering recipes to modify your weapon, this is the spot. It's basically the best for everything. But as you kill monsters, I mean, gosh, there's so much over here. But let me show you a good, smart thing to do too when you are being efficient when you're going to go back. So we don't want to go back before we kill the monster that spawns in the Blood Maiden. So again, you just go over here, you put in the heart. Even if you don't put in the heart, you'll get rewards, but you only need to put in 1 heart to get maximum rewards. Ideally, you put in 1 and you let everyone else put in 1. So that way you're not only saving so you'll have more, but honestly you get so much it doesn't really matter. You can see the Maiden's already dead again. And then, so to be fast, look, we just got another greater affix piece of gear. But I got no more room, so I got to go back. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to salvage all of these. And every single time we're going back, we're going to go and get all of the materials. Now, if you do need gold, on average, depending on how many uniques you can get a couple million gold doing this every single time as well. But we're going to go back over here. And if we have any good stuff, we can go throw it in the stash. But we're going to go and we're going to salvage all of it. And you can see all of those crafting materials to go craft on whatever we need to craft for. And also with the Angel's Breath, those essentially drop from some of the elites. But also doing the Grim Favors, sometimes, depending on what you need, it can be more efficient just to stay in this area. But we're going to go put in another one. And we have all these cinders to actually use as well. But we're going to pick up all of the trash that people throw on the ground. If I needed or any sort of materials, this is what I would be doing. We've got another greater affix, but I think that one someone may have threw on the ground. But I always check amulets. Even if it's not greater affix, amulets can still hold a good amount of value. If you get like plus ranks to envenom or like frigid finesse, there's so many good ones. But you can also get your elixirs here, and you need to make sure that you're not at the point where like there's only like 1 minute left and you have a bunch of cinders. For the most part, though, I'm not really needing to get the Iron Wolf's favor because I have all the Uber uniques. But if you need to get Uber uniques, this is a guaranteed way for the seasonal quest line, and I'll show you guys how that kind of works. As I've actually got it several times. This is how I actually started off. See how we get Iron Wolf's favor? The Iron Wolf's favor is used to progress this specific area over here. Well, let me actually kill these things first. So there is an area that you can go to called the Iron Wolf's encampment. If we didn't get attacked here. Okay. So when we open up these chests, we're going to get Iron Wolf's reputation. This is the only guaranteed way that you will get an Uber unique. And I literally have every single Uber unique. And this is the easiest guaranteed way, unless you're going to do roto runs on the tormented bosses. So you'll see over here, you can go to this NPC. In the very beginning, you may have to talk to them somewhere else, but it's the green quest line. Let me see if I can show what it looks like. So you'll see where it has a little leaf. That's always a seasonal quest, and you can just click on it, and it has a little seasonal quest line. But all you need to do is really go over here. Eventually, you'll talk to them. But you'll get these rewards. At the very end, you get a guaranteed spark. And I've done this several times. You can get this on every single character. And to get the reputation up, you just go to the Helltides and you kill stuff. The reason why Helltides is one of the best areas to get your greater affixes is because there's just simply so much loot that drops. There's no other area in the game that is going to give you the same amount of drops. Look, we got another one over here. We got another greater affix. And the one thing I would say don't skip out on is amulets, because if I go back, sometimes there might be not enough space. Like you can hold 10 items kind of in like the air, because how it works is anything that's dropped, it'll be sent to your stash. But there's a limit on how many things can be sent. Also, it's always good if you want to progress your Iron Wolf's questline to open up these ones. I actually am full on gear here, so I'm going to go back. But this area is by a long shot the best way to get greater affixes. As far as gold goes, it is pretty efficient because what you're able to do is also complete your Grim Favors at the same time. So over here you'll see that some of these areas will say like these may expire in a certain amount of time. But ideally you just want the ones that just say like Cold Demons. This is like basically free. You don't even need to do anything. So I can go over here. We'll stop going to the Maiden, but like that spot is pretty much the ideal spot. We'll see if this is any good. It's got some movement speed and dodge, but if it's not got perfect movement speed, I usually don't want it, or greater affix. So I look at the greater affixes things to see if there's anything good, but if there's nothing good, I just go and salvage it. Or if you do need gold, this is a great way to get gold, but I'm going to show you this part over here because it does tie into getting a bunch of your rewards, and basically it's one of the best ways to get gold unless you are trading. Trading 100% is hands down the best way to get gold. But what we're going to do now is, it just says Cold Demons. We have like 10 more minutes here, but I want this guide to be full here and not just like I'll tell you guys what to do and then you guys have to do it. It's more so I want this guide to have like the full walkthrough so you guys can't mess up. Also, when this bar fills up, ideally, if you are in a group, you say, hey guys, my bar is about to fill up. Maybe if you're in a Discord group or whatever, that'd be ideal, because what you're going to do is you're going to spawn in more monsters. Those monsters will give you those Angel's Breath. That's what you want to do. And some of these, you might have to pick up these little orbs. But ideally, look for the little pink things on the map. Usually there's some sort of quest. And unfortunately, we're not rogue, so we can't teleport to the top, so I got to go all the way around. And some of these will require you to, like, kill a certain amount of monsters. Oh, there's the fake goblin portals. That's actually a bug. It looks like a goblin's there, and then it disappears. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, just keep doing this. You'll see eventually you can put in something, and then there's going to be some elites that come out, and this build will one-shot all of them. If you guys need the pulverized build guide, we just dropped it. By the way, so we're almost done. So certain things will give you points for Grim Favors, and you need a total of 10 points to actually finish it. The easiest ones, though, is honestly the PvP ones, but those reset. And I'm just going to open up all of the chests that I see, because I'm getting Iron Wolf reputation. And I'm just picking up everything. I'm going to salvage it. That's going to give me more crafting materials. We're going to go ahead and just open up all of them. Your bar's full? Okay, I'll go over to you. Actually, it doesn't... I'm just going to keep on opening and stuff and moving. But thanks for letting me know. But yeah, normally, yeah, you go over them. That's for Angel's Breath. So, depending on what you need, you can kind of work for that. Where is he, actually? So you can look for the little color. So he's yellow, and so it's up and to the left. So he's at the Maiden. But yeah, if you want to coordinate, it can be good. Like, my bar is about to fill up, so I'd say, hey guys, my bar's almost full, because it's going to guarantee you several Angel's Breath. But we have another pink objective over here. And a lot of these are really easy. Like, what's this one over here? Find the corpse. Oh, some of them, like, I don't really like the find the corpse ones. I like the just kill, because you can tune out, you can watch something else on another monitor. And it makes it super smooth for gameplay. But yeah, this is the best spot, getting greater affixes and stuff. This is the way to do it. Get crafting material for the Uber bosses too. But we need to find like some sort of corpse. There's a bunch of extra stuff here. And the reason why Helltides are so good also, compared to some of the other forms of content, is because no matter who kills the monster, you get the rewards from it. And make sure you try to keep up the brain if you can. Sometimes I forget, and like I end up playing this area, and it's because you get more cinders. More cinders equals opening up more of these chests. I open up all the chests. All the chests. And the reason why is because, unless you need a very specific thing, honestly, it's just better to open up all of them as you kind of move along. Because you're going to get so much in terms of cinders now that you will essentially, if you're only opening up like the Gift of Mysteries, well, you're going to have an excess. You can see, like, it's just so fast. But I wanted to at least finish the Grim Favors, because we only need one more. Like, the ones that I never do are, like, the Cellar ones, because they make you go too far. Oh, look, we completed something. I don't even know how we completed it, and that's why I love Helltides. Because who's ever in the area can sometimes complete, like, other objectives, and you get the full reward. Sometimes you can show up to, like, the very tail end of an event. And I want to show you guys how much gold that you can get from the Grim Favor. So, again, if you need Angel Breath, those come from specifically the elites generally in this area. I just stick around the Maiden. Maiden will give you the most greater affixes. But if you need the Angel's Breath, you can walk around. If you need the crafting materials, or, like, let's say you need an amulet upgrade or whatever, look for the little, like, icon that has, like, this chest on it. But I'll be honest, you just open up all of them, because you'll get enough. Unless you're crunched for time and you only want to play for 10 minutes, then open the thing that you need. But another thing to mention is I believe the Chaos ones, or any of the greater ones, will give you more stuff in terms of gold. But it's never going to be super accurate with gold. So it varies. But we're at 2.5 bill, but we're just going to look at 33 million, right? Okay, because that's kind of like the easier number to look at, so just ignore the 2.5. So we're at 33 mil, and we'll see how much gold that we get. And you see we get some Angel's Breath as well. Oh, the thing is going to pick up a bunch. So we got 6 million gold just from that. And the PvP one is the easiest to get the rewards for, and you don't even have to participate in PvP. This is actually something I think a lot of people don't know about, and I want to show off this. So we're going to go grab everything, and we are just going to either... we can salvage all of it. I don't have a full inventory, but the more uniques that you have, they sell for way more gold. I'll show you. So over here, you'll see that this sells for basically $250,000. This over here sells for 65,000. So we're at, let's just say 36 mil, right? I'm gonna go sell almost a full inventory. So 36 mil, we're already at 37, almost at 38. Okay, so with a full inventory, on average, it depends how many uniques you have, because those sell for way more. You can get a couple mil. Now the PvP one is by a long shot the easiest to actually get. I don't even have the waypoint, so it'll take us a second, but I want this guide to be full. And most people don't have the PvP waypoint. Most people are like, I don't want to play PvP. I promise you, this is by a long shot the best way to actually progress on the Grim Favors, because this is now like the best way to get gold. I'll probably end up putting like timestamps on all of these things, because this video, like, it's kind of extensive. So we're gonna have to go all the way over there. So we'll go path over there. Actually, you know what? We'll just cut it once we're there. So we're in the PvP zone, but we're not going to like mark ourselves for blood or anything. So all you need to do is, there's two different things. You kill the PvP boss for 5 Grim Favors, or you can turn in anything at the altar extraction. And I won't even engage in the PvP. So a lot of times what you can do is you can rotate between the 2 PvP zones. These do reset. You can't just keep on doing these again and again. So they do reset, so you're just going to have to check it out. So to get a bunch of the other currency, you can get other currency here, but all you need to do is pick up literally 1 seed. You get 1 seed, and then you just turn it in, and you get 3 Grim Favors. It's like the easiest thing to do. Oh, I think it's right here. And there's also sometimes objectives. Now, just as a heads up, what will happen, and like I said, I'm not going to even engage in the PvP, but usually people are friendly, but if you mark yourself for blood, you can fight other players, but if you need to run away, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, ideally you just kill them, but there are certain builds and classes, like for example, Barb is just going to face roll pretty much everything in the game. And there's also the Mortal Sorceress build, so it will tell people that you're here. So you do kind of gotta watch out, but for the most part, you wait the time frame, and then you're gonna get the thing completed. And there's also a boss, but if someone shows up, you can just mount up and just run away, and you can just go to another one. Sometimes they'll follow you, but if not, you can re-log in and out. But usually, no one is in PvP, to be honest. It's very, very rare. And there's also a PvP boss. And you can even die during it, and hopefully that might actually happen, because I think it's really funny. So now we've already got 3 out of the 10 Grim Favors. Now there's another one where it requires you to kill a boss, but the boss isn't always there. But what I usually do is I do a quick little circle around to see if he's there, and he's really easy to kill. It's like one of the freest things that you can also do. But these reset over time, and again, Grim Favors are the best way to get gold. You could do some of the Grim Favor quests as well, but I'd rather do them in the Helltide because they're just so free. But the Helltide is currently gone, and the Helltide will come back up. Oh, here's the boss. This boss is so easy. Like, watch how easy this boss is. It is like nothing. Like that, we just like 2-shot the boss. Boom, we kill the boss, and that's another 5 of the Grim Favors. So we're at 8 already, and you can keep on turning in the seeds. This is another form of currency in the game, but the 2 PvP zones are right over here in Denshar, and there's another PvP zone over here, and we'll see if there's people over there. But you would just do the exact same thing. It's just the zone looks different. So to do a quick little recap, because I know this is kind of an extensive video, but I wanted to go over everything because I get asked all the time, where's the best place for this, X, Y, and Z? Okay, so to do a quick little recap, the best place to get those, the Helltide will be coming back up in 1 minute, but this area will rotate. It's the red area. I know this area kind of looks like it's kind of a pinkish one, but the Helltide will come back up, and I'll show you guys what that looks like again. But these pink ones will always also spawn at least once in the Helltide. So the Helltide is going to give you access to the Grim Favors, which also are the best source of gold, with the exception of trading. So gold, the best source is Grim Favors, and if you need loot or tempering recipes or legendaries or aspects, you just go to the Helltide. It is just by miles. Oh, here it is. So this is where the Helltide is. And remember, those pink quests are going to be the ones that you want. And you just want to just do the ones that you don't even need to think about. I think that that's the easiest way to do these is you just go to the Helltide. Usually there's one for slay demons, and there's 3 grim favors right there. But remember, the PvP ones are the ones I feel like no one does. Now you can see someone's turning in right here. So if I wanted to go engage in PvP, I can go there and go try to kill him. And it's not gonna like give me grim favors or anything. It just lets me pick up his seeds. Seeds are used to get, think of it just like obols, honestly. But again, no one really plays PvP, so it doesn't really matter. Most people just complete this literally for what I was showing you. If you go and engage them, a lot of times what happens is they will run away. That's just how it works because there's no real point of doing PvP. You don't get any rewards. But if you need Angel's Breath, again, this is the best spot. Now, the only spot to level up glyphs is Nightmare Dungeon. So there's no best spot, but that's another question that I get asked once in a while. It's like, where's the best place to level up my glyphs? And there's only one, Nightmare Dungeon. Just do as the highest numbers you can possibly do it within a reasonable time frame of like 5 minutes. Anything longer than that, you may want to lower because it might be too hard for you, unless you're just getting lost. But yeah, that's pretty much the best way to get the materials for crafting. Like all of the materials pretty much just come from that. So that's how we get all of the materials. Now, as far as getting bundled herbs, that is one thing that I did not cover in this video. The best way to get bundled herbs is actually by doing legions. Is there one to show you? You know, I'll link the thing down below because there's not one to show it off, but like I did it's just a YouTube short. It's the best way to get it. You get legit like 900 of these bundled herbs per legion event. You get stacks of like 300. So you do the legion events. That's the best way to get that. Actually, this would be a good thing. Everything else from here you're just getting from the Helltide. So this legions, you can technically click on these little like bushes, but it's terrible. The best way to get all of these, like pretty much every single thing except for these, by the way, the only way to get these is to go to the pit, which is in Saragar. I guess I can make this video fully extensive. I know it's going to make it longer, but I figure this is like the one-stop shop. We show off everything, not just like a quick like 2-minute thing. This way you can't get lost. So to do the pit, you do require this other material. So this material over here is called rune shards. So you get these by doing whispers, Helltides, legion chests. So you get, again, from doing the same exact thing. As far as sigil powder, you can obtain these from elite monsters as well. But these materials to masterwork your weapon, to make your weapon or armor a lot stronger, these require you to actually do the pit. The higher that you go up, the higher numbers that you'll get. But it'll show you, so from 30 and under, you get what's called a ductite. And then if you do 32 to 60, you will get neath iron, and you can convert all of these materials if you need to over here. You can only convert from high to low, so you go to craft materials and you change it from the higher one to the lower one, but you can't craft the lower one to the higher one. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So 1 neath iron, if I was to convert 1 neath iron, I would then get 3 ingoloth. If I use 3 that 3 ingoloth, then it gets converted to 9 a ductite. So that's how like the currency conversion works with that. Now, as far as these, you just kind of just play the game and you'll just get these. You can also salvage the gems if you happen to have them to also get the fragments. But as far as resplendent sparks go, the easiest way to get this is, well, you just salvage an uber unique, but you can also craft them once you get 4. And remember the seasonal quest line. Let me go and show you the reward real quick. So again, the Iron Wolves, you just kill stuff in the Helltides. That's going to rank up your stuff. Also, opening up the chests will also give you more of the Iron Wolf's reputation. And eventually you'll get towards the end. So we're just going to go ahead and claim one of our rewards. And you get a lot of really awesome rewards for this. So this one has tempering recipes, but I already have them, so they're not going to drop. But look, we got another Greater Affix. But again, Greater Affix is Helltide. Pretty much every single material in the entire game is just via Helltide. The only exception is like these. And technically you can get an Uber Uniques to drop anywhere as long as the monster is 85 plus. But that's how you get all the crafting materials. There's a full like guide, tutorial, and kind of like my actual run through of how I would get gold. But honestly, the best way to get gold is to trade items. Like you can just trade items and you can get millions or even billions of gold. But to try to sit there and farm and get every like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get 3 mil, it's going to take a while, but that will at least give you the gold to actually, you know, do the crafting, start, you know, tempering, and all that stuff will require all these materials, and it'll get you there. But if you're interested in buying items for gold on different websites and stuff, well, you're going to need millions and billions of gold, and unfortunately, because of third-party websites that sell stuff for real money, it kind of ruins it for everyone, to be honest. And the reason why is because it makes gold's price get way inflated. But that's going to go and wrap up the video. Hopefully, this video guide helped you guys out. If there's anything I missed out on, let me know down below, and maybe we can make an updated guide to go over kind of if there is anything that I kind of missed out on for any of the materials. But that's how you get pretty much everything and the most efficient way to actually kind of play the game.